This is the campaign 1 week before implementing this simple hack. And this is the campaign 1 week after implementing this hack that we're about to teach you in this video. But before we begin, we are Share Studio, an Amazon marketing agency that specializes in listing creation and optimization. We're also Amazon Ads verified partners. We've worked with more than 300 clients and optimized more than thousands of ASINs. Believe me, if you implement this very easy hack, you will discover a very profitable campaign that can bring a lot of sales to your listing. This hack is what we call here at Share Studio hack numero uno. Number one hack, but in Spanish. Let's dive into it. All right, so hack numero uno. To understand this hack, first, let's check some facts. There are approximately 42.5 million people in the United States of America, which is where you're selling most likely, right? That their primary language is Spanish. This is more than the population of a lot of countries in South America. A lot of countries worldwide, actually. It's a lot of people. So this represents 13.4 of the US population. That's a lot of money right there. Spanish is the second most spoken language in the country. So the median household for Hispanics is about $62,000, right? So that means that they are most likely active buyers, which they are. They spend around $1.2 trillion online, just online, right? With Amazon being top online retailer for Hispanics. And not just that, did you know that outside of the US, people that speak Spanish in Spanish-speaking countries, they buy on the Amazon US platform and then they ship those packages that they bought to their home countries. So not just 42.5 million, it's a lot more, right? 65% of Hispanics in the US at least prefer to shop in Spanish. Amazon understands this huge impact of the Spanish-speaking customers. And because they understand this huge impact, right, they develop this kind of advertising help for Spanish-speaking buyers to understand or have a better shopping experience, if you will. What they did is that when you have a sponsored brand ads videos with titles, there's subtitles automatically over in Spanish. But the way Amazon's doing it, it's not as effective as the hack numero uno. Why? Because the customer experience is not as good. It's very, very small, as you can see. And a lot of times, actually, it's not the exact translation. They use AI for this, obviously, and it's not native. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So with hack numero uno, you're gonna be able to increase your return on ad spend, right, in days. You're gonna gain more market share. You're gonna catch your buyer's attentions way faster, obviously. You're gonna increase your brand awareness, and you're gonna build a stronger customers community, and you're gonna increase your conversions and sales. Why? If somebody's buying, I don't know, let's just say some headphones, right? And there's a bunch of people selling them, and you're the only one who can transmit all that information in Spanish, and they can understand your product better. Obviously, they're most likely gonna buy your product instead of the competitions. Competition is crazy right now, so the more information, the better you tell the story, the more engaged they're gonna be. We're talking about 42.5 million people in the US. Imagine how many people in, let's just say, Colombia, Venezuela, Central America, all these other countries, Argentina, that are buying through Amazon Marketplace, the US Marketplace. They send it to a warehouse, and then that warehouse ships it to their country. And that's very normal, actually, super normal. What is hack numero uno all about? Basically, hack numero uno is creating sponsored brand ads videos, but including, and not just including, targeting specific Spanish keywords. Before 2015, Amazon was very broad. You can do whatever and you can make money. Now you have to be like super niche down to be able to actually make a profit on Amazon. You want to target those specific keywords, all right? And you could increase your return on ad spend in a very short time. So how does this look in real life? Don't worry, we have a case study. We created sponsored brand ads videos for this brand, okay? And as you can see, it's a cool video. There's the kids, edible cookie dough, and it's by Twix and yada, yada, yada. And the kids are there, ready to eat. You want to transmit this information because, again, cookie dough is a very sensitive candy because some parents might think that it has eggs or it's not ready to be eaten. But before we get going, if you need our help to create perfect or optimized sponsored brand ad videos, please schedule a call with us. We'll get on the call, and if you just need ideas, we'll be there 10 to 15 minutes, just giving you ideas for free. And if you want to work with us, great. If not, I'm pretty sure that if our ideas work, we'll work together in the future. Remember, one hand washes the other hand, and they both wash the face. We're here to help. Honestly, we want to grow the community. We did our research and we found keywords in Spanish, all right, that are related to our products. Again, these are the products, all right? So it's chocolate, cookie dough, etc. And the way we did it is we used a tool. You must maybe remember this tool. It's called Jungle Scout. It's a pretty big tool. It's a great tool. It has a lot of data. They've been around for a very long time, and they've matured into a way that the data is so solid that companies like Data Dive actually use them to gather the data. All right, so The way we did it is the following. So how to use Keyword Scout to leverage your campaigns. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So you're gonna type in a broad keyword related to your product, like organic coffee. So as you see, it's not coffee like super broad, it's a little bit niched. We're going for organic coffee, right? So now that you have your results, you have to analyze it, obviously, right? So Keyword Scout shows you relevant keywords and their search value, trends, category, and more. You can also check keyword insights from the last 24 months. Remember, data is everything. So it's good to look back at 24 months before, look at the trends, and you can, kind of predict what's gonna happen, just like the stock market. Now you can also adjust filters. So, you can use filters for search for volume, competition, relevance. You can narrow down your search. This helps you find the most effective keywords for your product. Remember, you have to point it out to what they're looking for. You have to you have to look what they actually need. Keywords are gonna help you with this, all right? So imagine that you found a bunch. Now you can build a keyword list, right? So you can create lists to add to your product title, bullet points, and description. These can also be targeted in your future PPC campaigns. Because remember, they're looking for something specific. You can target those keywords with PPC campaigns, with sponsor ad videos, with sponsor products, etc. Right? So stop guessing for keywords. Just don't do it. That's Amazon 2012. We're in 2024 already. And use Keyword Scout to find the best ones for you, okay? All right, I hope this helped, guys. You can see that it actually works. If you need help with Jungle Scout, please let us know. There's up to 80% discount. I'm not trying to sell you. I'm just trying to help you with as much as I can. So it's very important not just to Google Translate the word, because having the exact same translation is not going to guarantee you that's going to be the search volume that you want. So you have to look, depending on the region. If your buyers are more Central American or Mexican buyers than South American, Venezuelan, Colombians, etc., the words might change a lot. Even the buyer personas change. So you have to be very careful. If you want to go wide, well, obviously the more search volume, the better. So for example, if we translated cheap candy, it'll be dulce barato, right? And that search volume is very, very low. So what we did is we found out things that people would buy cheap candy for example, kids' birthday parties, right? And we looked for candy for infant parties. That's the exact translation. And it has 12,000 volume search. So it's a little under 13,000 of cheap candy, but it's a lot. Like, it's a keyword that not a lot of people would know that they have to research for and that they would find. And that's why it's so important to understand the language, the culture, and what synonyms of similarities you can look for. So if you put in ChatGPT like, hey, translate this to Spanish, like, it's just gonna give you bad and the search volume is gonna be bad. So make sure you do your due diligence, all right? If you're looking for exact words, remember that in Spanish is the opposite of this, all right? So for example, instead of Twix chocolate, it's chocolate, which is chocolate in Spanish, Twix, all right? So yes, very, very important that you're looking for the right keywords in the best way possible. Not just using Google Translate or just using ChatGPT. There is a thought process behind it. So this is how it looked, okay? 1 week before we ran the ads with the ads that you saw already. So it was making $1.32 back, which is, it's okay. So we're like, these are just Spanish keywords, by the way. This is the whole keywords. They're just targeting the Spanish keywords, right? So after we did our due diligence, we added the titles, right? So we added the titles in English and in Spanish. I'll show you why in a bit. It's very important to add both. So we added the titles in Spanish, okay? This is just 1 week, right? So it went from 132 to 264. So this is the hack numero uno. It's basically just targeting and giving a better customer experience to that Spanish-speaking audience. But don't forget, you have to add the English and the Spanish one. If not, Amazon's going to reject your campaign. Now you see why adding Spanish keywords to your ads or to your listing is such a big deal, because of the amount of people are searching for them. In fact, there's another strategy that you have to apply if you want to get really good conversion rates in your Spanish keywords targeting. Don't even start implementing hack numero uno to your listing before you do this. Check this video out to make sure that everything's ready in your listing so you can actually convert.